Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we are going to be working on the 7.3 Turbo. I just pulled it off the truck and not sure if it's going to be back on in that last video that y'all watched or not, because I don't know how long the video is. But we are going to be taking off this EPV, whatever it's called, the back pressure valve, which is this thing right here, this big housing. There's a flutter disc inside of it. I don't know if you can be able to see it. There we go. We're going to be cutting this out. And we are also going to be deleting the actuator down here. As you can see, there's a lot of play in it. And this hole right here is a big problem for leaking oil. And after taking this thing out once, do not want to ever have to take this thing out again. So we are also going to be taking off the pedestal, putting new gaskets on. And of course, when we put it back on, there will be gaskets on this pedestal, which I have covered in tape right now so that it doesn't get anything up there in the oil intake. Also, while we have this off, we are also going to be painting it with some heat-proof paint, which is inside. I'd show you what it looked like, but I don't have it out here. But yeah, first thing we're going to do is start taking this actuator apart. So let's get right to work.
I've been counting down the days to get out. I've been looking for a way from this town.
Actuator is taken apart. I'm going to be using this again to cap this. The gasket on here looks good still. There'll still be oil in here, of course. So throw the snap ring on the back of it, plus this. The inside, just a spring right here with a, looks like some kind of clock mechanism or something. Has teeth inside this valley right there. But as you can see, it's loose. That seal right there is what was leaking. And it actually started to leak. There was a lot of oil sitting down there. Not a lot, just a little. But the next thing we need to do is clean that out, get our tap threader, start tapping that, and then take off this back pressure valve. And a little side note is people do use these back pressure valves as exhaust brakes on the 7.3. You can actually run a harness from this right here into the side of your truck and put it on a button. And that button can act as a exhaust brake when you can turn it on and off, which will open and close this. I thought that'd be a pretty cool thing to do, but I don't feel like doing it because I don't want the oil leaking. So yeah, let's get on to the next thing.
You're too far away to help me now. So I'm counting down the days to get out. 'Cause I need to learn.
The hole has been tapped. It is a 1/2 inch hole, so I'm going to be putting this stainless steel bolt, and I'm going to put a nut on the inside with a lock washer. And I'm going to be putting some of that diesel, what is it called? Thread sealant on it. That's what we're going to be doing after we get this plug. I just cut it so I'm not going to touch it. But that plug is going to be going in the end of this, and I'm going to be welding that. What I got the plug off of is the bar that actually slid in here. All I did was cut off the very top right there, as you can see. And I'm going to weld that in there with my MIG welder. So I'm going to clean this up a little bit, weld it in, and get this thing done.
I need to learn to forget everything that drags me down. I need to forget everything inside me now. Full speed ahead. Fly from the end. So I'm full speed ahead.
So I went ahead and got the bolt in here, put some of that sealant on it, like I said, so hopefully that holds. This is where oil goes in, so I don't think it's high pressure. I think it's just low pressure oil. And then right here, I welded, as you can see, that piece in there. Then on the bottom down here, it's all welded up. So the next thing I need to do is get a wire brush. I'm going to scratch all this. I'm not going to make it pretty or anything. I'm going to leave all the pits and everything. But I just want to make it not super rusty. Give it a good coat of paint. And then after that, it'll be ready to go back on my truck.
Full speed ahead.
So I just finished up the first spray. This paint, some heat paint or flame-proof paint. It is very runny. I did not realize it was going to be that runny. So there's a run up here. I think there's a run somewhere over here somewhere, but I'll just spray over it again, maybe get a little bit of sandpaper, sand it down. But you're supposed to bake this. Did not read that on the instructions, but it says bake it at 250 for 30 minutes, and then 400 at 30 minutes, and then 600 for 30 minutes. So if you have a old oven or something, you can throw it in there, let it bake. I'm just going to leave it like this. It's not gonna matter. And then I haven't decided if I'm gonna paint this side. If I do, I'm gonna paint it like red or something. I'm gonna maybe paint it blue. It's gonna be between blue or red, because there's red boot socks on my engine, but I want to paint my truck white and blue. So I'll decide that by tomorrow, and then we'll get back. I'm gonna spray this one more time, and we'll be good to go.
Staring at the sun in my eye.
That's gonna be a wrap to this video. Thank y'all for watching. If anyone was wondering, I use this Dupicolor metal cast. You can get it in a lot of different colors. I really like how it came out. You have to have a silver chrome, some kind of bright background though, because it's a clear coat with a little bit of red in it. But as you can see, it came out good. This is 3 coats. 1 coat was really pretty, but I wanted it a little bit darker. So that's gonna be it. Thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe. God bless, and I'll see you on the next video.